Hi, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for January 2019. Do you like my Cindy Lou Who hat? I couldn't resist it. I hope you're going to have a happy and fantastic new year. This month I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck, and I pulled 5 cards for you in a rainbow tarot spread. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, now onto your reading for January 2019. Hi, Leo. Here's your January 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have here, Leo, is the Six of Pentacles. This is the balance of give and take. It could be you giving generously and freely to others. It could be you receiving generosity and charity from others. It could come from loans, financial institutions, banking, insurance payouts, tax refunds also can come up here. Some of you are getting some money that was owed to you paid back, or getting some kind of kickback of some sort in January. Don't be surprised if you have a lot of people asking for your products or services, or asking you for free advice or free knowledge, and in some regards you may be giving it to them. You may be giving something away, giving something that you know how to do, something with your knowledge and talents and something that you possess. Or you could be giving them advice or money. Don't be surprised if there's not a lot of jealousy or anger around you by other people that are looking at you, have envy of you, maybe of your success or your talents or your abilities. You may experience some of that in January. This may be coming up because you may receive some kind of accreditation, acclaim, an award, some huge milestone, or some positive notoriety. You're going to be spending some time in January figuring out some new game plans and new strategies for what you want to do in this new year of 2019. I do see some of you getting some kind of opportunity that's going to kick up, and you are, it's going to come up for you, and I see you kind of kicking it around in your mind a while before you decide whether you're going to take it and follow through with it. Some of you may also have a new format, a new picture, a new design. It could be about a set you work on. Maybe you're going to have a new set, a new design set if you create any videos, or if you do any work that you have to have a staged set or background. It could also be new format. Maybe you do something in your work and you follow a particular format, and maybe now you're going to switch over and start to do a new format. And these, whether you launch those things in January remains to be seen. They could, timing's different for all of you. So I'm picking it up here for January, but it could happen at any point in the year of 2019. And this is not a yearly reading. This is only for January. I put my yearly readings for each sign of the zodiac are available on Vimeo. And it's a 10-card Celtic Cross Tarot spread, so it's much bigger than I usually do for the year. You might want to check that out, Leo. So here you have the Seven of Pentacles next, and this is, Seven of Cups next, and this is scattered energy, scattered thinking. It could be there's illusion. Choose wisely from the illusion. You may have difficulty in making a decision or a choice about something, and you may have a lot of things on your plate in January. I see you looking at everything you've got going on, and you're like, what is it I want to eliminate here from this picture? Because you're going to start, even though some things are really going to grow and expand for you, and you're going to start mapping out new methods and protocols and all of that. There's some things that you're going to cut away and stop doing. You will be eliminating that from your normal daily life and schedule. You're going to have some new alliances also at some point in this year. You've got new alliances that come up. So when I get alliances, this can mean friendships. They can also mean business people or people that do something similar to you or are in a field that could mesh or meld with yours, and therefore they could become an alliance to you. But that comes up here also in this Seven of Cups card. Anything that's looked shady to you, where you feel like something didn't seem right, something didn't sit well with you. It could be a person, it could have been an opportunity, or I don't know, something that doesn't sit well with you. You're going to shy away from it or push it away or not have anything to do with it, because there's something you're looking at that's going to seem like you can't trust it. It's a little shady. It could be a deal or an opportunity. Maybe not the one that you're kicking around that came up in this card. It could be something else, something that someone is presenting to you that they're trying to sell you on that sounds like a really good idea, but or it could be you could get it in an email from some unknown source and you're like, should I consider doing this or not? But there's going to be something that's going to not sit right with you and seem shady, and you're going to decide not to do it. Some of you are going to consider doing some house renovation. You could be building an addition, or you could be building some kind of studio at your home, or you could be just maybe you're just redecorating it and you're like, you know what, I'm tired of these colors. I want to feel like my house is new and invigorated, or I want it to look more bright and light and not so dark. So, or whatever, you may want to change it in some way, but I get house renovations comes up first. And secondly, then after that I get, or you want to redecorate or move things around, shift and change rooms, and maybe change paint colors in your home. The next card you have here for January, Leo, is the Eight of Swords. So this is being trapped in an emotional prison and you can't see how to get out of it, or you don't want to face something. Something could be going on behind your back, or something you don't know about, or you don't have all the information. It could also be a situation or a circumstance that you feel trapped in and you can't see how to get out of it. Some of you are going to say, I am so unsure about how I got roped into something you're involved with. It could be a group of people, like maybe you're in some kind of club, group, or organization, and you're like, this started out to be this, and now it's turning into be that, and I'm not really happy with how it's rolling. And it could even be if you get involved in any chat rooms or like hangouts of some sort online, or some community that got developed, and then it's like it may have started out to be one thing and it's turned into something really weird. Like maybe it started out as a spiritual thing and it turned out to be like a dating site. Or it turned out to be a place where people could meet with like-minded ideas, and now it's turned into a bashing session where people are like ganging up on other people or like spitting venom at each other. So you may be like, wow, I'm like trapped in this thing and I don't know how I'm going to extricate myself from it, but I'd like to get out of it. So it could be those kind of things. And if it's not an online thing, it could be a literal club, group, or organization that you go to and belong to, that you physically sit at and partake in person. It doesn't only have to be an online situation. You're going to have to be really protective of your personal property and your intellectual property, because there's somebody that wants to take something from you. And I know there's people that get like, oh, I don't want to listen because you say negative things sometimes, and and then da, da, da. If you want to listen to only positive things, then you're not really going to get a realistic picture of what your month or year is going to be like, because our lives are full of ups and downs. So I tell you like I hear it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you just so you walk away feeling like everything's going to be fine. And then you could turn around and go, why'd she give those predictions? This month had this bad thing that popped up in the middle of it, and she didn't talk about it at all. So I'm not going to not tell you when something is dicey. Some of you may even feel like you're witnessing some kind of situation in your life that looks like it's unfair and unjust, and that you're going to want to move away from it. If you feel like you're watching injustices go on and unfairness, that could be affecting you or not. They could be affecting other people in your family or in your life. You're going to move away from stuff that's like out of balance, not spiritually aligned, in an alignment with you. You're going to start to move away from that. Even though this is a card of being imprisoned, you are going to find a way to get out of those situations. Maybe not in January, it may take you a month or two, but you will be getting out of these things that I mentioned here. You have spiritual guidance here coming to you through the Hermit next. And the Hermit is a card that is like your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the path to go. It could also be, you could be the Hermit, taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but you are still going to be guided by your spirit guides, even if you're the Hermit. You're going to be getting like you're going to have interesting conversations with whatever you believe in. If you believe it's the universe, if you believe in God, if you believe in angels, your spirit guides, whatever, you're going to be having some interesting conversations. Whether they could be happening while you're consciously awake and through meditation, or this could be happening in your sleep state. Or if you go somewhere to get past life regression or hypnosis, somehow you are going to have interesting conversations, and you're going to be getting insight and being guided on what is going to be the best course of action or things that you need to start doing. And it's not a yearly reading, but I feel like it's about what you're going to do for the whole year. You're going to be getting, or what would be the best thing for you to do in the next few months to get going. You're going to have a revelation. You're going to have a revelation about how something that you thought was one thing, or you perceived it in a particular way, wasn't really what you thought it was. This could be a family member and your relationship with them, or a friendship. It could even be a love relationship, but there's something, or it could even be a job. Something that you perceived a particular way, that you're going to have this awakening and revelation that it isn't really what you thought it was. And you're going to stay away from anybody that you perceive has negative agendas that may be trying to drag you down a path that you're not going to really like in the long run. It's like you have an epiphany of some sort, and this epiphany is actually going to help you, because it's going to make you flow on to the next phase of what you're doing and flow onward to new things. It's actually, this is leading you away from this, which is taking you towards this. Hold on, let me see. Am I showing you in the right order? This is the path you have going here. This Hermit is leading you away from this Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and leading you to the Fool. That's what's happening here. And you're going to be revising your thinking about this situation or this person or whatever. You're revising it. It's changing in your mind now. And this is going to be helpful to you, because this is going to help you get a clear picture of devising new plans of action of the direction that you're going to go in now. So, which leads you to the Fool, which is your last card here in the January reading, which is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. And this will, but you have to have your wits about you. You don't want to fall off the cliff, and you don't want to have on rose-colored glasses because you got to watch your step. But it's interesting because this card also showed up for you in the yearly 10-card Celtic Cross Tarot spread that I did for each sign of the zodiac. In your sign, you got that in the energy that you'd be traveling through right now. So it's interesting it showed up here in your January reading. There's excellent prospects here before you. Don't be surprised if you don't start having out-of-body experiences. And some of you are going to start journaling or writing some information down. And you may put this to good use in a blog or a book or something that you're going to create later on. Don't be surprised if you don't meet up with somebody that would take you on as an apprentice, or that somebody that would be a mentor to you or a great instructor or teacher. You could get affiliated with them. And you may think, well, why? I know what I'm doing. I don't need I don't need to be anybody's apprentice right now, or I've got it going on. I know what I'm doing. Well, but this might be in an area you don't have nailed down yet. Like you may know some about, but you could maybe learn a lot more about it. So this comes up to me. This is going to be, I believe, part of your journey here with the Fool. You are having a journey here. And you have some really high ideals in mind. And some of the people that you may have been doing business with or working with in the past have some low-level, low-grade ideas that you want. You've got like loftier plans. You've got higher ideals here. And some of you are going to be falling in love all over again with something. It could be a person that you're attached to, your romantic partner. It could be your career, because you're falling in love with something all over again in January or going forward in the year of 2019. You may even decide that you want to create some kind of space or safe haven where people could go to. This could be an online community, which I said you might be involved in one you didn't like before. This could be a different one. This could also be a literal space where you're going to have, could be in your home, or it could be a brick and mortar store or place where people can go, and you could have like a community of like-minded people getting together. It could be a club or group or organization you're going to start. That's possible for some of you Leos. You do have a lot of fame and fortune coming to you. And I feel this year is really going to do it. And I know this isn't a yearly reading, but it's January. But it does come up to me like you have, if you don't have fame, you definitely have fortune here. And for some of you Leos, it's fame and fortune. So I hope this reading was of help to you. I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting my 10-card Celtic Cross Psychic Tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac for the new year of 2019, you can access those videos by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. And you can also get them by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there it will probably either be the first or second video series listed at the top of that page. You just click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you're interested, you can get my psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac by clicking on the other link below this video, and it will take you to those videos for the month of January 2019. And they're also available on my Vimeo on-demand page and also on my website. Go to that videos page on my menu, and it will be either the first or second video series listed on that page. I hope you have a absolutely fantastic and happy, blessed, healthy, and prosperous new year. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.